Sisters, this is Sue Lynn.
Call me Susie, my American name.
You got it, Susie.
Grace, I adore you and all, but I am not your sister.
I thought we agreed this was a sorority.
I don't recall ever agreeing to such a thing.
This is a book club.
Excuse me, may I use the restroom?
Of course. It's down the hall and to your left.
Thank you.
Grace, I don't mean to be rude, but who is she?
Who's who? Susie?
Yes, Brainiac.
She's an acquaintance from the next town over. She doesn't get out much, so I thought I'd invite her to book club, especially since the prime of Miss Jean Brodie is all about a group of girls coming together.
It's actually about betrayal and rivalry between women.
I don't mean to be rude, but why doesn't your acquaintance speak English?
She does speak English. She just asked you where the toilet was and you answered her.
Oh, honestly, I couldn't understand a word she was saying. I just guessed by the look on her face that she needed the powder room.
How on earth could you know something like that just by looking at someone?
I'm just gifted that way, I suppose.
Well, Susie does have quite the accent, so I see why you have trouble understanding her. She's from Korea.
You don't say. I thought she was from the next town over.
Yes, that's where she lives now, but before that, she lived in Korea.
We gathered.
Well, I'm sure my Oriental China makes her feel right at home.
She met her husband when he served in the Korean War. They fell in love and he brought her back here, even though she was supposed to marry her third cousin. I think his name was Song Sing or Sing Song or Sing Sing.
That's the prison down on Hunter Street, dear.
In any case, Susie was truly sleeping with the enemy. Can you imagine how passionate their lovemaking must have been? I bet they did it fully naked and it lasted more than 10 minutes.
Grace, you're doing it again. Making overtly sexual comments out loud.
It's called a Freudian slip.
Well, whatever it's called, it makes me very uncomfortable.
Loosen up, Doris Day. Grace, honey, you do seem a little sexually repressed, if I might say so. You might consider seeing a psychiatrist about it.
I don't know what you're talking about. Gino is an excellent lover. He satisfies me in the best way he can.
Uh-huh. Well, if you change your mind, I'd be happy to refer you to Dr. Rosenthal. He's been fantastic throughout my divorce. He's also a tiger in the sack.
Is that what he meant by patient-doctor confidentiality?
Uh-huh.
Well, apparently I need some sort of language therapy to understand what our new Korean friend is saying.
So she's got an accent. So what? You've got one too.
I do not.
Seems like Susie's gonna be a while in the bathroom.
Must be a cultural thing. Shall we begin talking about this month's book?
Sure. I loved it. Nice choice, Grace.
Thanks, Judy. I knew we'd be meeting around St. Patrick's Day, so I wanted to choose a novel that took place in Ireland.
So, why did you choose the prime of Miss Jean Brodie then?
'Cause it's set in Edinburgh.
Edinburgh is the capital of Scotland.
But it's spelled B-U-R-G-H, like Pittsburgh. Oh my word, is it pronounced Pittsburgh? Have I been saying it wrong?
You're confusing her, Nancy. It was an honest mistake. Go on. Tell us what you thought of the book.
I was just trying to be thoughtful, and I would appreciate it if we could wait for Susie. She read it too, and I don't want her missing out.
Oh, that's impressive.
What is?
That she read an entire book in English.
Well, I'm still surprised Grace read it.
I tried really hard. I read 20 pages a day. That's a lot.
That is a lot, Grace. Bravo.
Susie and I read some chapters out loud at lunch at the equestrian club, too. Gino got us a membership last month, and Susie and her husband are members, too.
Aren't you fancy?
Well, Mark gave Gino a bonus for getting Kraft Singles to partner with Ragu for an ad campaign. 5 ounces of milk in every slice.
Mark, that two-faced bastard. Giving the new guy a bonus, and he still hasn't bothered to settle my bill at Dr. Rosenthal's office. I should have castrated him when I had the chance.
They have horses in Korea?
Oh my, I see the pregnancy really has fried your brain.
Shh. I haven't told Stanley yet.
Rennie, have you gone bell jar on us? Stanley's one thing, but have you told Jimmy?
Of course not.
I told Gino.
You what?
I told my husband you were pregnant with the milkman's child.
Why would you do that?
Was it a secret? I'm sorry, it's fine. He won't tell. Promise.
What good will your promise do her?
We promise to keep what was said during book club secret.
He won't tell. Girl Scouts honor. That counts for something, right, Judy?
Wow. You really screwed up, Grace.
You ladies bickering like schoolgirls. I need be like Miss Jean Brodie and educate you. In my country, female is quiet and obedient. But when husband not looking, she do as she prays. This is secret to enlightenment as woman. Not some rousy book crab. Your book crab is horse shit! And yes, we have horse in Korea.
I didn't catch a word of that, did you?
And it pronounced a Pittsburgh, you nitwit. That's a drink.